Jack will do this without complaining. What is it?
Oral.
That's where I went to.
Slowly.
You see anything up there? No.
we have Spy on Stilts. We have Blind Caddy. We got
Spy on Stilts is so good. Blind Caddy, Spy on Stilts. What else?
I have like a bunch of actual like real movies that I want to pitch. I want to pitch a DB Cooper movie. You guys know the DB Cooper thing?
Yeah, From Without a Paddle.
Well, that's
yeah.
no, but an actual like movie about what happened.
I have no idea.
What happened on the plane?
Well, all right. So I'm gonna butcher this and I'll make it as quick as possible. But DB Cooper boarded a plane with a briefcase, and this was back when you could do that, and just like got on this plane and told the wait staff that he has a bomb in his suitcase, and for them to tell him that he wants the FBI to meet them at this airport with this money, parachutes, these types of parachutes, and we'll be at this airport. And they're like, okay, but he has a bunch of hostages. So that's all they cared about. So they landed the plane way before they should have in like Portland or something. It was coming from like Oregon. And they had to fly. They were going to fly all the way to LA. And they're like, okay, we'll give you this if you let the hostages go. And he let the hostage go. You right?
Yeah, keep talking.
And they put the money on that, and they're like, okay, well, all the hostages are out here. Everyone, the crew and everyone's good. What they did not know that he took the pilot's outfit off the guy and put it on one of the civilians and let him go. So they thought the pilots were out. They thought everyone was out, and then the plane took off with him and the pilots on. And then they're like, okay, well, we know we can track him. So they just met him at the next airport, and like literally they had guns blazing at the like.
But it was just the two pilots.
And the two pilots were there. He was no longer there. And at some point, and the parachutes were gone. And at some point, he jumped out with the money.
Never to be found, right?
Never to be found. Never to be found, even though some of his money has been found. It was on like an embankment, which there's some speculation of how it got there because people think it was planted. Stuff.
I didn't think I afforded this equipment.
DB!
But I think that would be a sick movie.
That would
That's what I'm saying.
Dumb boy.
That'd be good. We can be the pilots and Cuske can be DB.
On stilts. DB on stilts.
Everything's on stilts.
How many movies can we recreate on stilts?
Just do all like recreation. Marvel movies on stilts.
You just
The Hulk.
Captain America is just like weirdly
I
running.
also wanted to be out of camera a little bit, like somebody's too tall.
And you just see.
Oh man.
Does anyone
I want to drink Wisconsinbly old fashioned. Should we make them all at the same time?
Sure.
I bet we can do that.
I think we should start at the same time. So 3, 2, 1.
Made.
Ooh, I think I won.
Of course, you're always a little fast.
Fast to the draw.
Slow on stilts, though.
Slow and stilts win the race.
Oh, that's the worst pun you made.
You were gonna make it if I didn't. So everyone got their things recording.
We can only hope.
I sure hope so. My camera.
Mine needs to be blue, right?
Mine's got to be green, I think.
Well, yeah, I think we...
Mine's orange.
I hope you recorded all the unstilt stuff. I don't want us to forget it. We really need that. Wouldn't that be funny? DB on stilts. Brought to you by Drink Wisconsinbly. It'd be such a fucking funny movie. There's just old fashions everywhere.
Like that's what he asked for?
Yeah.
He had no
I
play.
need $1 billion worth of brandy old fashions. And Yeah, he can't jump with it all in his backpack. So he's just launching him out the plane window. And people are just catching it going, that was fast! And just...
Oh, the weirdest product placement.
It's so stupid. They're like, and we've never seen him again. It's so stupid.
Yeah, so,
But we have found some of his drinks.
he has a sack full of them and just instantly falls.
Yeah.
This would be, in a movie, interesting product placement.
It'd be so specific, like, okay, someone from there was...
Someone knows someone in production.
Yeah. It's a very niche drink.
Who would play you in a movie?
Ooh. Dinklage, maybe? I think we're
Dinklage. No, he's too smart. He acts too smart.
Who
I think Zac Efron probably. Isn't he?
Zac Efron short, yeah. Short king. Got some...
What about maybe like a Dylan O'Brien? He seems just like a normal white guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maze Runner
Yeah.
guy?
Okay.
Elijah Wood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who'd play you?
I'm an enigma. I don't know. Who has a good mustache?
Oh, Henry Cavill.
Yeah, but he wouldn't play me. He'd be so muscular. They'd be like, wait.
Honestly,
Who roided Jack? yeah.
Matthew McConaughey would adapt to the role for him.
McConaughey would do pretty well.
Yeah.
McConaughey would do pretty well. Any basically like somewhat redheaded guy would be probably fine, I think. I don't need to call anyone out specific. I'm pretty standard
I'm
looking.
Like long hair though, so I'm seeing the Matthew McConaughey.
Bradley Cooper, Star is Born. Jen tells me how much that role reminds her of me all the time.
On stage?
No, his character.
Did you save her and have this? Yeah.
Have you seen A Star is Born?
No.
So basically, he's like
Does
this.
that make her Lady Gaga?
She's Lady Gaga. That she thinks that. Well, she doesn't think she's Lady Gaga. She thinks I'm Bradley Cooper's in A Star is Born. And basically, he's a rock star, super popular. Everyone loves him. Eventually, falls into the limelight. All right, severe drug addict and alcoholic.
Wait, she thinks this is gonna work out.
Gets so drunk when she wins, I think, her Grammy. He walks on stage just pissed drunk because he's fallen out of the limelight. Pisses himself. Live TV. Just right next to her. He embarrasses her. There's a lot more in between here. I'm kind of skipping through it.
I think you're getting
but then he kills himself. And Jen goes, this guy reminds me so much like you. And I haven't seen the movie before, and I'm like, oh, let's watch it. And I'm like watching, I'm like, yeah, this is kind of fun. And I'm like, ooh, he's got a problem. And then he dies, and I go, this is it? This is the only movie that you ever said made you, like, reminded you of me.
You do look like Bradley Cooper in the Silver Linings Playbook right now.
I mean, she did hit some key points. Pease himself, kind of look like him. If you think he might be able to play you,
But also, those aren't the key points in the movie, I don't think.
but I think that's what she honed in on. Like
she honed in on
peas.
the.
Yeah,
I drink a lot and I pee a lot. I just can't do it when she's on live TV, and I think I'll be okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. When is she gonna be on live TV?
Never. She doesn't have any talent. I'm just kidding. She's very talented. She makes some great baked goods. I got really frustrated today because she came home from work, and I was already home, and it's just started drizzling.
Yeah.
She's like, should we take the dogs to the dog park? No one's there. And I go, I can tell you why. She's like, we'll just go really quick. Anyway, she comes home in her work clothes. Takes her a little bit to change into her regular clothes. By the time we go out, it's pouring. And as we're getting in the car, lightning. And I go, maybe we shouldn't do it. She goes, we're already too far gone. We're in our driveway. That's it. We're in our driveway.
How far is the dog park?
That's like right across the street.
Yeah, it's right on the other side.
And we start going through. The dogs are running, having a good time. Somewhere we lose Brew's leash. So all of them are safe in the car. I am braving the wilderness with lightning and rain in Adidas shoes, just getting soaked, looking for a dark green leash in grass. At nighttime, I was so pissed the whole time.
Does the story end with you finding it?
No, she eventually called me. She goes, I'll just come back tomorrow. And I was like, motherfucker.
Was she sitting in the car?
Yeah, and I came back so wet. And I was just like...
And your shoes are outside.
My shoes are outside and she brought her shoes inside. And I was bringing my shoes inside. She goes, no, just leave them out. And I go, well, yours are in here. She goes, Do you want to put them in a trash bag? And I was like, no, we'll leave them outside. And now they're ruined forever.
No, they'll be fine.
No, they're looking pretty white. They look nice.
They'll clean up. They'll clean up.
Dry off. I mean, they might freeze over. It's gonna get cold again tonight.
Who'd play you in a movie?
I don't know. Maybe the dad from Step Brothers.
Maybe.
That'd be ridiculous. That'd be so funny if we were in a movie. We made a movie about us. And
Zac Efron. Bradley Cooper, the dad.
But Zac Efron's on stilts. It's just so stupid.
I gotta practice.
You first gotta get stilts. That's the first.
That's the easiest part.
Getting stilts is by far the easiest step of the process of being known as stilt guy.
Hard part would be getting on the stilts.
Yeah.
Honestly, you would get booked so much if you're the comedian on stilts.
On the job site, there's people that paint with like stilts on, like construction stilts. It's so funny watching them try to get up and like up and down with them on.
Yeah.
That you with like big stilts, like at Mardi Gras stilts.
Oh, like giant.
How do you stand up on those? How do you stand up on those?
I think you have to run. You like run with them. You kind of leap.
No, I think it's
like pole vaulting.
No,
you have to learn how to pole vault.
No, I think it's like a wakeboarding situation. You're laying down, someone just grabs a rope and starts pulling you up.
Yeah,
it's gotta be.
Could you imagine if it was like, hold on guys, let me put my stilts on. You have to start running and then
you just fall down.
I think you lean up against a wall and you just slowly slide.
That's the worst idea.
Or what you do, if it's Mardi Gras, you just walk up to the nearest shirtless lady giving out beads. You be like, hey, I'm going to get off here. And then you grab onto the railing.
Whoa!
And someone else, and then they just unclip you from the railing. You just got to find a high ledge. You just sit down there and take them off.
I thought
and then you get off on the second floor.
You know, the second floor. Don't take those. I need those. You just run on the stairs.
Yeah.
It's like unicycling. Have you seen people unicycle? That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's not a talent I think I'd ever want to try and learn.
It's such a circus talent. You only see it at the circus. You're like, oh, that's kind of cool for like 3 seconds.
Yeah. Then people that do it normally.
Not.
Think about how many times you have to get bruised to be good at unicycling. How many times you have to hurt yourself?
Sometimes their parents probably hurt them. They're like, this is what I want to do with the rest of my life.
It's like, shit.
But, I mean,
we made a weird one.
But it's never just unicycling. Like, someone's like, I really got into unicycling, and all of a sudden they're pulling out bowls and they're putting them on their head, like, look how many I can balance.
Yeah.
It's like,
once you do unicycling, that's it. That's the goal. And eventually, like, I need to learn something else to do well at unicycling.
Unicycling is a gateway drug to juggling, is what it is.
It's also very funny that, like, imagine if you took the unicycle away and they started putting bowls on their head.
Look at this!
Hey man, just clean them.
It's like, dude.
You guys want to play the game?
Time to play the game. We have to make the intro Triple H's theme song from WWE.
Ooh,
you know that?
Can you make
it's all about the game and how you play it. And then the rest of it, I don't know the words, but it's like, you take it. That's what it sounds like.
Well, we're not going to get copyright from that.
No words.
Damn sure.
I can do a shitty cover of it. I can definitely do
that wasn't
I'm saying I can record a shitty cover of it and we can use it every time.
Well, I think you can only use so much of it. So even if you were
like
singing
15
it,
seconds.
Yeah. I know I can only use 6 seconds of the intro song before it's copyrighted, but we use certain music that they don't care if we
use the royalty-free website that I sent you.
I know, but the one I've been using forever, for the last year is someone knock on the door.
No, the dog's probably playing.
It's like, you can use it, you just credit them. It's like, it just automatically credits them. I'm like, fine, we're not.
Yeah, I think it's when you get monetary.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But today's game is called You Don't Know Jack.
Yes.
Someone had a birthday very recently.
I did have a birthday.
Big boy playing song.
Our fellow companion Jack. So I made a quiz all about Jack. You can play along, but you're gonna go second. I'm gonna have Cuske answer it first, because if you do know the answer, you'll be
the birthday boy.
giving it out.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, and some of these you will not know. Some of these you probably will know.
Do we have 27 of them?
I made 20. I know G put 27 of them.
G made 27 of them.
Yeah.
And some of them are repetitive. So
I like when he's up. I like when he sleeps. I like him.
There was a couple where I was like, you ran out of stuff to say here. But a majority of them were good.
Yeah, they're all very good. And some of them are in the quiz. So it's going to be fun.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
By the
all
way,
right, here we
now
go.
one of you bought a single thing of mine, and I'm a little upset. Okay, I've had some interest in that little cat stool. And my tush has been on it.
Tush?
Someone was interested in the cat sign. Life is better with a cat. Life would be better with that fucking sign. So, we up the price now.
Oh, gee.
Now it's going to sound
Now we're up in it.
to prove these idiots
We're
wrong.
just gonna prove it's worth something. $250.
All right, well, here we go. Number one question. Redheads make up what percentage of the world's population?
I don't know that. 13.
2%.
Wow.
2%.
You're a minority.
I am.
You are a minority. And also, they're more
You could say it.
redheads are more likely to be what? Cuske.
That's a weird one.
I know where my mind went right away. Can't say it.
Say it.
No.
Say it.
Intellectually better than the rest of us.
Bleed out.
Left-handed.
Oh,
I'm
I
not.
knew that.
I thought it was bleed out for sure. We bleed a lot.
Dude.
Redheads bleed a lot.
Oil paintings take how long to dry? Cuske.
36 hours.
That's a weird response.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That means I'm off by 7 hours.
Oh, no. I'll give it to you if you did that.
I think it's like a longer than that. Because oil paintings, because they like to scrape it off and put it on and stuff. So, I don't know. I'd say like a couple weeks, 2 weeks.
That's correct. 2 weeks.
Wow.
He knows Jack. Jack.
How often do you oil paint?
Never. I've never oil painted.
Jack can shotgun a beer quicker than a what?
Oh, I saw this one. I
forget what it was.
Was it a fart? Is it a fart?
I
Jack?
think it was a sneeze.
It's a sneeze.
Damn it.
Should we try it? I don't think,
Shotgun
all I can
beer,
do is
you can do
shotgun these. All I can do is shotgun these. I don't have any canned beers.
We'll let you shotgun one.
Uh,
We'll let you, yeah. Do you want to do one?
I'll do that. Yeah, we can
Okay.
test it.
I'll
I wish I had
test
my
it out.
secret knife.
we'll do it after.
We'll do it after,
because
yeah.
I do have another.
Yeah, keep going.
All right. The longest recorded tattoo session was how long?
Oh, like consecutive?
Consecutive.
10 days.
36 hours.
50 hours.
Oh.
50
The
hours.
longest.
I was
recorded.
really going for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I think like
I think you'd run out of places that.
But like
Yeah.
even like what do you consider consecutive? Because at 10 hours, you know that guy took a break and had like a French fry or
Yeah.
something. Like
Yeah, you have to take
Because like
breaks.
if we're counting food breaks, it wasn't really 50. There's no way he was doing 50 hours straight.
Yeah.
no, but it took. I mean, but I'm sure that like it breaks, but within time frames. Because my arm took 16 hours, and that was 10 hours, and then 6 hours the next day.
That's wild.
That's wild.
Yeah, so you could tattoo for a long amount of time, but I think like health wise, you can't do it. I think like legitimately, they're like you're gonna die if you go past
Yeah, like ink
this.
poisoning or something like that.
Yeah, I think you're losing a lot of blood and plasma.
Yeah.
Interesting.
All right. Redheads have a lower risk of what?
Ooh,
Say big penises. We do have a low risk of those.
men on stilts have a lower risk of big penises. They have a lower risk of male pattern baldness.
Jack?
Blood clots.
Prostate cancer.
That was my third guess.
Oh, that's a good win.
The hair thing, they actually have less hair than.
I went off Jack's lovely mane.
But yeah.
Jack's
but
got
they
a
have-
lovely mane.
I don't have any hair though anywhere else.
Yeah, that's...
Here I do. Here I don't.
You got a lot on your legs. It just blends in.
It's hard to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I look sickly.
You have blonde body hair.
My nipple hair is black.
I get blonde and...
Oh, that's
I get blonde and red
Looks
in the
like,
beard.
like two twin spiders.
They do
I get-
look like that. That's so fucking stupid. They do look like that though.
I get really long nipple hairs.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, so you're supposed to shave them, dude.
Really long. I get like the double ones and just rip it off.
You pluck your nipple hairs?
Oh, that's.
Sometimes if I see one really long, I'm like, all right, it's gone.
That's
I've never seen with
wild.
puffy nips. That's why.
I don't have puffy nips.
I have puffy nips. Sometimes at weddings, I put Band-Aids on my nipples.
From dancing?
Really?
No, just so that people don't see my nipples through my white shirt. I'm probably going to do it at my wedding.
Are you guys undershirt people under your white dress shirt? Of course you are.
I get sweaty, so I don't.
I can't. That was like the thing growing up, is that you always got an undershirt on. I hate the look of it. Like you can't have you gotta have a quality white shirt or dress shirt so you don't see that t-shirt line right there. But I think most people's dress shirts, you see the white t-shirt right there. I'm like, you look like you're going to your middle school dance.
That's exactly. Why are you a what?
I don't sweat that much, so it's like I can just do that for like.
No,
And I do quality shirts, so I don't have to look like I'm going to my middle school dance.
I also like. Are you always buttoned up then? Because if it's down here and then you see the white.
I do a V-neck. I do a V-neck.
Oh, you do a V-neck? Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot about you. I'm sorry.
I haven't had a V-neck in a while.
Jack is the kindest what to everyone he meets?
Soul.
Stranger.
Damn it! It's an S word.
Americans spend how much on tattoos?
Is that just?
Is that you just done?
I was gonna say here, but I didn't write that down. So I'm like, shit. What if that's not right?
They just
An average?
on average a year.
100. There's a lot of shitty tattoos,
Yeah.
so I'm
On
gonna say
average.
$400 a year.
No, like a grand scheming,
grand scheme.
Oh, forever?
yeah,
In
like
life?
remember the
Not like a person, like
child support
not
payments
an
in
average.
Indiana.
Americans spend
Oh.
this much. How much on tattoos?
Quick question before I give you my answer: are we the highest spenders on tattoos in the world, or is there a different country that spends more than us?
The stat I saw
Yakuza.
only had America.
Only in America.
Oh, I was thinking the Yakuza.
I'm gonna say 2 million.
15 million.
It is $1.65 million.
Huh?
Oh, it's cool.
That's a
I actually
good guess.
thought when I said 2 it was gonna be low.
That's what I thought too.
Because what an average tattoo is probably $60.
For the other little ones, yeah.
Yeah, because that's what I mean. I would say I've never spent more than $100 on a tattoo. Mine are all very small.
Mm-hmm.
We can tell.
You should see the one down here. It's not good.
This traces back to the 9th century and is actually older than
Hepatitis.
paper. What?
I said hepatitis.
older than paper.
That's too Jack.
Sorry, I forgot we were talking about Jack.
Dang it.
Wait, you thought
I've been outed.
just a fact game now.
Honey, grab my stilts.
All right, traces back to the 9th century.
Yes. And it's actually older than paper.
This has to do with Jack?
Yes.
Redheads.
No. It's older than paper.
I think
It's
redheads.
gotta be like painting figurines.
Painting miniatures is correct.
No way. Yeah, I'm a man of the world.
Well, Jack has an appreciation for 2 things. What are they?
Was this on his list? Yeah, 2 things. What do you have appreciation for?
I don't know what that part is. Probably family and
Food?
friends. Probably family and friends, I would say. That's a good guess. You probably would want to do.
It's not family and friends. It's like food and trying new things.
Incorrect. Kinda.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Cooking and trying new things.
No.
Fuck.
Cooking and... But I don't know.
A good cappuccino and croissant.
Oh, I do like those, yes. I do like a good cappuccino. That was on the list?
How often do you have a cappuccino and a croissant?
Probably, if it's a good weekend, we have at least 1 cappuccino and a croissant. We go to Vendetta down in Tosa.
Oh, okay.
It's really good.
What is the world's record for shotgunning a beer?
Oh, probably something silly.
Probably 0.8 seconds.
1.4.
2.78.
Oh.
Which is why, like, I was trying to find this out, and
I've seen people delete them
You
quicker
have
than
to
that.
fact check that one.
I think the fact check, but I typed in shotgunning. I think I should have typed in just chugging the beer.
Yeah.
Okay, but anyways. Jack will do this without complaining. What is it?
Oral.
That's where I went to. Munching. Is it cooking?
Something related to that.
It's something
You can-
to chores.
What is it?
Feeding her sourdough starter.
Yes, that's...
Nope, it's running errands.
Oh, I
Running
do
errands.
love running errands. It's my alone time.
You just like alone time.
I do. I like to.
Grocery shopping a lot. That's
yeah,
fun.
I love
and I let
doing
the
that.
grocery store speak to me. Like,
The donuts are the only thing that fucking.
Yeah, you like to steal.
I'm free.
Yeah.
no, it is fun. Like, when like, hey, I don't know what I want to eat this week. Like, when I know I need groceries, just go in and be like, all right, what kind of trips your trigger? Like, oh, you know what, I'm doing Mexican this week, or maybe I'll do Greek. Just kind of figure it out. Now, sometimes it goes overboard. I'm like, I'm going to do Mexican this day, I'll do Greek this day, and then I got way too much food. I'm like, oh, this is going to go.
Yeah, then you have like $5,000 in your
you
grocery cart.
can't go to the grocery store hungry, but I think a minor plan is good, and then, earbuds, throwing on like a podcast and music is a great time. I'll take my sweet time in there. I don't care if I'm in the grocery store for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's a good time.
I like grocery shopping.
In 1912, what happened on roller skates that is now in a shrine of the National Museum of Roller Skates?
1912?
In 1912, what happened on roller skates?
Are we in a war?
That was 1812.
What's the movie name?
What war was that?
The War of 1812.
1912, something happened at a roller derby that is now in a Hall of Fame.
This happened on roller skates for the first time ever.
And it's in the Hall of Fame.
And yep, these roller skates are enshrined in the National Roller Skate.
Someone went cross country on roller skates. That's a good answer, and you know it.
That's a very good answer. But that's not it. Jack, do you want to try?
That's a shit answer if you ain't first or last.
I don't even know what would be so cool.
Well, the reason I bring this up because you might want to do it. A marriage.
On roller
If
skates?
you
On
are...
roller skates.
Were they moving?
I don't know.
That's
I
like
think
Cuske on stilts.
If you come down the aisle on roller skates,
And then
If you're
she comes down and it's, here comes the bride, but she goes so fast, it just, here comes the, and it just, that's it.
But if you're standing on the beach, in sand, in rollerblades, shirtless, your tuxedo t-shirt, whatever you're wearing.
That'd be ridiculous.
So I'm on stilts, you're on rollerblades. Are you just floating in water, or what's going on?
I think I'm the efficient.
On a floaty in the water.
yeah. I just have like one of the ones with the animal, like a flamingo.
You're using it to hold your clipboard.
That'd be a great wedding picture if I was in your party. It's just you, me on stilts,
Me,
Judd's officiating. We're gonna play a game, babe.
It's called I Do. Where's the National Museum of Roller Skates?
Columbus, Ohio.
That's a really good guess.
It's just because the other one's in Canton.
That was a good guess.
Somewhere in Pennsylvania.
It's
That's
it's along the lines of what Jack said.
It's in Ohio.
No, but it's like it's like pretty much the Ohio of another state.
Pittsburgh.
It is Lincoln, Nebraska.
I was just saying Lincoln. Look at the mic. We'll pick that up. I was going to say Lincoln. It has to be.
Let's just go closer.
All right. Every time Jack goes to Target, he asks for this.
Oh yeah, this is true. This is good. You should know this. We've talked about we've thought about decorating.
No, don't.
Sorry.
Oh, is it a Wonder Ball?
No.
Ooh, incorrect.
But that's what he said.
It is.
Legos.
Legos. But in the last episode, you did when it was just you and I. You're talking about every time you go to Target, I ask for a Wonder Ball. So
That was.
I'm wrong. But
You are wrong
I
because
did
that was
listen.
part of Genevieve's list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On what website did Jack join and call himself an inspiring comedian?
Oh, probably jackccomedy.com.
it cannot be a website he made for himself.
It's not.
What website did he join? Is it Twitch?
It's called Backstage.com.
Oh yeah, it was on that. Did I say
And
inspiring?
This is his picture.
Yeah, that's it.
Where was that?
Backstage.com. Did I say that too many times?
I don't
Where
know
are
where
you
that
in the
was.
picture? Is that a pool in the back?
There's a
That's a
blue moon, not made in Wisconsin. Umbrella and a porta potty. I don't know where that was though. But yeah, I was looking for gigs on there. Did I say inspiring or aspiring?
Did you get any
I
gifts?
said
off
inspiring? No.
It's inspiring comedian.
No, I don't think so. Well, because you're supposed to pay for it, and I did not want to pay for it. I was like, I'm not. You're paying for the possibility to get gigs, and to pay for those gigs are $20, and the subscription was like $50. So I made that. I made my bio. Never used it, but it seemed like a good idea at the time.
All right, keep them coming.
All right.
That's a good deep dive.
Friend of the pod, Selena Gomez ate what for her 21st birthday?
What does this have to do with Jack?
Friend of the pod. Yeah,
What's your
birthday.
friend pod? Yeah.
What's she for her 21st birthday?
Who's gonna say it louder?
What did she eat for her 21st birthday? I bet she had a cookie cake.
Probably 27 cherry bombs.
Jack in the Box.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Now I get it.
You can't be upset at the answer, all right? All right. What has Jack chosen that makes people proud?
I don't know.
What has Jack chosen that makes people proud?
Life of solitude.
Not solitude.
What makes people proud? This is definitely off her list, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was on backstage.com.
I don't know what a life of podcasting and comedy.
I don't know.
The people he surrounds himself with.
Oh. Well.
So kind of right.
Kinda right.
Good.
Cuske on stilts. Judd on a pool floaty.
I wouldn't fit in this room. Actually, I might fit in this room on stilts.
Not standing up, no, but this way you could for sure.
The old-fashioned date back to what date?
1873.
1912.
1880.
Oh.
Yeah, that was really good. Out of 10, what is Jack's ranking on Backstage.com under comedy?
It's a 0. It's 1.
2.4.
It's 1.
Because I have to rank myself.
Yeah, bump him, everybody. Go on Backstage.com. Find Jack Sarasoli.
I'm pretty sure you rate yourself, and then
You rated yourself a
right.
1?
yeah. Well, I'm not a fucking 5.
You're a 1 on everything.
Yeah, I don't know what I haven't done
It was like
anything.
improv, stand-up, just comedy.
What was it out of 5? Like 5 stars or out of 10?
I think it was 5.
Yeah, I think it was 5.
Oh, then I would have rated you lower.
Oh, buddy, half a star?
What, it would have been like, what? 0.5. Or
You know
1
what?
point-
You're scum.
I am.
On my birthday of all
It
days,
ain't your birthday anymore.
And that's how you play You Don't Know Jack.
I don't know myself either.
Well, I could have went down like the entire list
Oh, backstage.
of like just like
Oh,
what Genevieve said.
Yeah, what was everything she said?
It was a lot. It was impressive.
There was 27 of them.
Didn't you say you have to do that every year with her? Like, so you have to say when she turned.
27 things that I learned about I learned, but she changed it, so
Did you tell her 27 things you learned?
no, she didn't
She
ask
was
that
great
again
at
this
it. She
time.
did so many good things.
Do you think you could give us 5 things you've learned in the last year?
Ooh,
I've learned how to make sourdough.
Okay, that's one. That's a big one.
Uh,
Give me some of that dough, baby.
Take some
yeah.
dough.
This is a double chocolate loaf. Not a lot of sugar. Some cocoa powder. It looks like chocolate chips.
Yeah, dark chocolate chips.
It's I'm not gonna lie to you. It's pretty damn good. It's pretty chocolatey.
And you know what they love on the pod is when we eat into the mics. That's what they love.
Just put your feet up, and we might make someone come.
I definitely learned how to do a lot more home projects. So that was one.
We have been handy. We painted this room.
Yeah, well, that's painting, but it turned out okay. What else? This is hard. Learning things is hard, or hearing things that you learned, or remembering. I mean,
How about either give me 3 more things you learned, or 3 things you are proud you did, or enjoyed doing this year, past year.
All right. Well, sourdough, handy stuff. Proud we bought the house.
That's huge.
That's big.
Not proud we got 2 dogs, but happy that we got 2 dogs.
There you go.
So that's 4. A good one. And then it hasn't happened yet, but it's happening soon. We're gonna get married in 2 months, so that's pretty crazy.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
That's insane. We
I
were
thought
talking
about it the other day. It's like it is wild that you are getting that we're approaching the age, or we are the age now where most of my friends are tying the knot, getting engaged, and
it's weird.
Are you more proud of that or sour no?
Actually, probably sour.
He's murdering.
because legitimately, I've been engaged for almost 2 years now, so it's not as like it is exciting.
It's not
as like fresh.
Say it right.
It's not as fresh. But we were looking at how many days until the wedding. I think yesterday, and we were like, "Holy shit!" I feel like we should be more panicked. We're definitely going to be forgetting stuff. We definitely forgot stuff.
I think you get to a point where you're already living together. You already have 2 dogs.
Yeah.
You've been living together for a while.
She knows I paint miniatures.
She knows you. It's not like you're springing something on her. That'd be a fun way to be like, in your vows, you're like, "You're love me through painting miniatures." Like what?
Are you painting the miniatures on top of the cake?
Oh,
I've thought about doing that, but I don't know if we're even doing cake. We might be doing something like, because we're doing like a buffet thing.
like a booze fountain.
Yeah, something like that. I think we're gonna do like some breakfast buffet thing. I don't know, but I have thought about doing that. But I've also that's a lot of pressure to like paint something and make it look like her. And if I say it doesn't look like you, and it's a poor paint job.
But could you just do like a standard like bride and groom instead? But just say, "Hey, I painted these."
Yeah, all I would need to do is make it red hair, and it'd be like, all right, we're fine. But then I just make mine like super shredded and like handsome, and like just hers is like not at all detailed.
Why does mine look like Shrek? That's all they had at the store.
I only had green paint left. Sorry.
Sorry.
I wasted all of my.
But she's walking down the aisle. All the friends and family are saying, "Witch."
That'll be a fun wedding.
Mm-hmm.
I wish we could go.
My birthday wish when I was blowing out candles was that I don't get sunburned on the wedding day.
Well, you're going to start using the tanning key?
Yes, I do. I need to know where I'm going, though.
It's not that far. It's like a 12-minute drive from here.
I was thinking maybe I'd go tomorrow before we meet.
Yeah. I mean, when are you doing work?
It's on the way.
Probably 5, yeah.
That's
That's what I was
on the
thinking.
way, and Adios is real close. Yeah, big day tomorrow. Big day tomorrow.
We ready?
Are we ready?
We ready? Yeah.
Should we could announce we decided the golf outing today.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
We're.
This is kind of cool for me because this is full circle now with us 3.
This is a full...
Literally, like, the reason we started doing this together is because of a stupid fucking golf outing. And you guys reluctantly agreed to just do this for...
I thought you were moving, and now we're here a year later.
Yeah, we thought we had a real good outing.
Yeah, I was thinking about it today when I was doing something down here. I was setting up, and I go, I remember when I was telling G-Spot that this was going to be, a couple of weeks thing, and then we were like, oh, we'll do it a little bit after, and Cuske's moving anyway, so once he moves, we'll probably stop, and then still here. We have taken over the basement. I was thinking about that.
I think he's gonna move it. I secretly think he's gonna move it.
I am. Every time I'm here, I just drop another.
Yeah, now I'm spoken here.
Yeah.
New signs here. So
Yeah, I'm not selling it. This was in my room.
Yeah, I know it was.
This has been above my bed since I was 6. But no,
Because you speak to the pussy.
You're not the only one who does it without complaining.
I wanted that to go in silence just for like a good minute.
No, we're happy this man engages in oral sex.
But yeah, I'm surprised. I was thinking about that too. I was like, well, I was gonna move. I think if I did move and we stopped doing it consistently, I don't think we have a sponsorship. I don't think we do a lot of things. But I mean, I told you we have another sponsorship coming, which would be kind of fun. But
yeah,
maybe we can all come to Deer Treks in Oconomowoc, Wisconsin, August 24th. It's an all-day event, which I'm excited for. And so there's no 8 a.m. shotgun start. You don't need to be up at the ass crack of dawn. You can wake up, you can show up and just golf at noon if you want. Or you can come early, have a drink with us, hang out with the DW people.
Mm-hmm.
But
get
they're
some
gonna
food. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
But
gonna
I
be
mean-
black.
We have details to iron out still. He's getting a little ahead of his
Yeah.
stilts.
Yeah. So
I am.
if we get him a pair of stilts, he has to wear it.
I have to wear them.
With a really long putter.
Or a short one.
That could be a challenge. Cuske golfs on stilts. But I'm excited. I think after golfing it yesterday,
Yeah, we got the.
that place was. I mean, I think it's perfect for us, and then having the course for the entire day is a game changer, and not being pressured to get in and out.
Still, we're it's still first come first serve, so make sure
Yes.
you get in as quick as it gets launched.
Which I'm hoping we can actually really release the details the next week and
we
a
will.
half.
Be on the lookout for more details.
I don't like not having the computer and knowing how long we've been doing this.
Oh, I can tell you.
I can also look on the camera.
7.
We've been doing this for 7 minutes.
Yes, 7.
We're doing it for 41 minutes.
Wow.
7. 7.
I was gonna say it's 7.
How much do Americans spend on tattoos?
7.
7.
7.
That's a 1-star Milwaukee comedian right there.
Hire this man.
Oh, I didn't want to take it too seriously.
Did you get any gigs?
No, I didn't. I legitimately made my account, hit sign up, and then it was behind a paywall.
I want to put on a show just so I can book you through backstage.
You better give me some good stars.
But how did you even find that website? Like, yo, this is what's gonna get me booked.
No, I was just looking for other things to do, and I was like, oh, there was you could do a game show host thing. There was a bunch of just little things that you could send auditions into, and I was like, oh, this would be kind of fun, Chicago area, just to kind of get my feet wet. And then legitimately behind a paywall, and I was like, I'm not paying for this.
I don't like the job boards now because I'm applying to a lot more new jobs. It's like, hey, do you want to apply to all these remote jobs? Pay us $25 a month just to look at them. It's like, I feel like I can just go to the other sites and find them for free. I don't like that.
It's weird. Everything is now just trying to make their buck off of
Everything's subscription model now.
Yep.
By the way, speaking of subscription models, our Canva account, I know this was a long time ago and I replied to you, but I gave Jack the login, I gave you the login. Literally the next day, there's a project that just says Cuske smells like farts.
Great bit. That's a great bit.
But I wanted to ask because I looked at it. I look at it almost every day.
That you smell farts.
That I smell farts.
That's
I'm like,
weird.
maybe he's gonna change it to Michael smells like roses. But are you canceling a page or something? It said it was a page or a project created by you. It was Guys Gaming Geek or whatever show. You made something that's canceled. Are you making an announcement that the show you haven't done in 2 years is canceled?
No, I don't think so.
I'll pull it up, but it literally just I'm like, oh, I think he's just going to announce that, or he's going to start doing his gaming show again.
Would you do the
Would you
show?
do it again?
It's so much fucking work. Well, just for me to be I'm going to game for 4 hours one night.
Yeah.
And then go in and edit it to make it clippable and sell it to Jen that I'm going to be hey, I'm going to play video games for 4 hours tonight, but it's for business. It's
Get done with this. You're I got a game, babe.
yeah, it's I already put myself in a dungeon and paint and go to matches and stuff. It's if I add another thing like that, it might be.
I do want to talk about the match.
Yes.
Yeah, we can talk about the match.
You lost a Frappuccino, man.
I did not lose to Frappuccino Man. He lost to the guy that beat me.
All right, so you show up to these matches.
This is only the second one I've done in person.
Okay.
So I'm new to it.
And they're in Dungeons and Dragons-esque?
It's
Or is it the Warhammer stuff?
it's the Warhammer stuff. So it's
You said it so confidently. And then he looks at me right away and goes,
I don't know what the fuck it's so basically you get points and every tray of people are worth points. And depending on how good they are, they're worth more points. So typically you play 40-point games. And so you could take these guys with swords and they're 6 points. And then if you want to put someone for this one's based off Game of Thrones. So if I wanted to put the mountain on, that's another 2 points. And so then eventually you get to your 40 points and that's the people you play with.
Oh, so you can only have 40 points for the players. It's when you see on Instagram, hey, you have $100 to make a team.
Yep.
what quarterback, wide receiver,
Patrick
running back,
Mahomes,
tight end,
$15.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
so that's what it's like. And then
Following.
you play in 6 turns, and there's a bunch of different game modes. And then you play against each other, and then you get points for killing or like doing objectives, and then you cap out at 10 points, or if all your guys die. And so I play as this group, the Lannisters, and they're like very low on like the best rating right now, and the people I was playing are like really good because they heal and they do so much damage. It's ridiculous. It's on there. I've never beaten the player that plays
So
with
like,
them.
how do you do damage? Is it just dice rolling?
Yeah, so like depends on what you're doing, but if you can charge them, and if you get like charge bonuses, so you re-roll if you get any misses, or if you're just sitting there and attacking, then you just roll depending on the amount of characters you have on your board. So if there's 12 in each tray, and if you lose 4, then you roll less dice every time, and then if you only have 1 row, then you roll less dice than that. And you hit on like a 3 up for example, like if you roll 3s, it counts as a hit. And so
I didn't follow any of that.
okay, so it's hard. It's really hard to explain. I tried to explain it to Jen. It took forever, and that's why she's like, just go to the store and see if people will play with you, because I'm not going to learn this to play. But it's really easy once I have. It's hard to explain without
I'm sure
showing
once
you
you
guys
actually
anything.
sit
Do
down.
you LARP it? Do you like when you get hit, you go, oh!
No, I go, fuck you.
Imagine.
Ah! My dragon! Just like,
I'm sure there are people who do like fall out of their chair, like I've been hit.
Anyways, but the reason we call Frappuccino again, because Jack sent us a picture of him playing. On his birthday, he was playing, and the only thing I could see is someone with a huge Frappuccino that sucked down all the way.
What kind of
It's on the
Frappuccino is
other
it?
side.
I wonder if I can zoom in
He
on
goes,
it.
no, I got my ass kicked. But he also had like the most nerdy like sentence when we were talking on FaceTime. He's like, yeah, I got my ass kicked. I got these new characters. Really need to work on the synergies with them.
Yeah, it's like
It's plastic.
It's like when the Bucks got Dame. They gotta figure out how the team works together. So that's what it was. And because I got a bunch of new stuff for my birthday. My lady went shopping and splurged on me. Not splooged, splurged.
So the stuff that you get, you don't use all of them. You pick and choose which ones.
Yeah, you build like a team. It's like draft day.
Can you use... I feel like to anyone who's watching this that understands it,
Yeah, we made
we
it this
sound
far.
like jackasses. But like, if you're playing... The game you're playing, whatever, D&D, Warhammer, there's a theme right away, correct?
Yeah, this one's a Game of Thrones theme.
Can you have, like, Jaime Lannister and Jon Snow on the same team?
No. So
Why not?
because it's Lannisters versus Stark or Night's Watch at that point. So like each
But then if the Lannisters are already a shit team, are you ever going to win?
they come out with rule changes. So a new rule change came out like 2 weeks ago. And so they update cards and stuff and like points. And then they like release different people that you can use. So like there's always like
when they did the rule change where you're like, fuck.
no, this one was good. It's not that great yet, but a bunch of other like really overpowered groups kind of got like settled down a little
You
bit.
ever thought about buying into House Targaryen?
No, because those are actually pretty tough to play. And I like Lannisters because I wanted to paint them that way. Like I like the characters. And so that's what I just chose with. And if I lose, I lose. But they're also fun to play just because they're like sneaky. So I get to like, if someone wants to do something, I can like play a card and be like, nope, you can't do that.
A lot of this is complete gibberish to me.
Yeah.
I've never seen Game of Thrones.
Okay. So you haven't.
That
Wow.
really doesn't help.
That doesn't help you at all.
So
Okay.
I don't know anything.
Have you
to say.
seen Braveheart?
No,
Mel Gibson?
But I have seen Passion of the Christ with Mel Gibson.
We've seen the NFL.
Okay, so that's the
it's
same
like
thing.
the Packers playing the Bears.
Yes. And I'm the Bears right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the people that were playing were the Lions.
Oh, so it's kind of like the Packers and Bears.
No, but Lions
On the,
had a good chance of making it further than the Packers did, and then they eventually lost to the 49ers. And there's definitely 49ers. I'm definitely the Bears.
Or the Chiefs.
The Chiefs right now are like they're the wildling people. They're
So-
the best.
Do they cost more to buy those figurines?
No, it's just how the game like the people that make the game, they're trying to consistently balance it all the time. So some things get super strong, some things get
like
weaker.
A month from now, Lannisters might be stronger than wildlings.
I think people have to figure out how to play it, and then there'll be like a new update that's like, oh, okay, this
Where
makes
did
them
the
stronger.
updates come? Do they send you something?
You get like a news.
You get like a new. They like say the new season released, and you don't get any. You like basically just download the new rule set of like cards, and then you just print them off and you play with them.
There's just like a deck of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but like the values are constantly changing.
Would you hate me and Cuske being there?
If you guys like didn't make fun of it because I don't want to be rude to those people, like I wouldn't hate it.
Would.
But I feel like if you guys would go there, and then maybe we'd set you up with like an army to play with as like a team, and then we can laugh about it over drinks after. I think that would be fine.
Can we laugh at ourselves? Because I would 110% do this if we could team up. But can we bring our own figurines?
No, you can't. Well, you're gonna have to buy them.
But can we make our own game? Can we be like, hey, let's have an amendment to the rules. Like it's just.
I don't think our first time there should say, hey, we're amending rules.
Hey, we're doing a new thing where we do what we want and you have to listen to us.
No, but like, hear me out.
These two jocks come in, we're like, hey, boys, we're gonna push you in the lockers if you don't take our rules.
The barrier to entry isn't super expensive for us.
Barrier to entry is about $65, but people let you like just
borrow.
People will let you borrow, yeah.
But like, just hear me out.
I played like the owner of the store played with us, and like,
could we at least be like, hey, we are the wildlings, but we bring our old action figures in, so we have like a Ninja Turtle and like a Power Ranger, maybe.
You
Optimus
still have
Prime.
your old action figures?
I definitely.
Call me a
my
nerd.
Mom has saved all of my brother's Power Rangers.
Oh,
so I could bring in.
I didn't see it on
9
Facebook Market.
yellow Rangers.
Are your Power Rangers this big, and do you have 50 of them?
We definitely have 50 of them. I'll just take the heads off.
I just use that. You could do that.
All his characters are on stilts.
You realistically could play a game with half of my group. Because I have, like, literally, Jen went hard.
I think it'd be fun. We would fight back some laughs, for sure, because we don't know what we're doing. I would never make fun of anyone in there. The guy who, when I went and bought your Christmas present, was one of the nicest human beings. He just wanted, like, to get people into, like, the sport.
Yeah.
Essentially. And it was... I enjoy learning stuff like that. Did I understand half of what he was saying? Was I going to go to half the events he was pitching to me? Absolutely not. But...
You're going to be so much better than me.
No shit.
And I'm going to get... Like, the quickest death would be me right away.
But no,
you're not just one character. You have, like, a full group. And, like, I didn't learn how to play if it wasn't... There's a computer, like, program. It's called Tabletop Simulator. And you can, like, download something that basically brings the game into the computer. And so, like, a bartender at the Improv, he played it. And he was like, I'll teach you how to play if you're interested. Because I wanted to paint the guys. And he was like, sure. So we played, and I played with him probably like 8 times on there. And then eventually I was like, okay, now I kind of know how to play. So I'll start going in person.
I'm worried we're going to get into it.
You won't be. You might be.
You can't teach an old dog new tricks, you know?
But it's like any other, like, I would say it can't be like it's like any other card game. But it truly is just another game. It's just got... action figures with it. It's like what we wanted with our Power Rangers growing up. I was like,
no, there's a bunch of rules.
Yeah. This is how
So this is like a card for like the characters.
Okay.
So that's how far you move, 6 inches. And then depending on how many people die, that's how many dice you roll. If you hit anything above a 3, then those are hits. If you get hit, you have to roll above a 5 to make sure you don't get hit. And then you have to roll above a 7 to make sure they don't run away.
Okay.
So that's like basically what it is. And then there's all these other little things that aren't like...
So,
that's what that is.
This is basically the same what I think is going to happen if I ever played this. The same time I was at a bachelor party, and we played Texas Holdem against... And not one person knew how to play Texas Holdem except for me. So everyone on the first hand went all in. And I was doing it with good cards. So I won over $1,000 of us playing 10 minutes of Texas Holdem.
That's sick.
Because they're like, oh, the Bachelor went in, so I'm going to go in too. And I was like, yeah, you guys, that's not
then you
play.
we don't play for money.
Well, they don't play this game for money at all, no. It wasn't buy-in, though. Because it's like...
Where's 6-pack of Mountain Dew?
But some people probably would have done that. But it's $50, and it's like a 6-month thing you meet once a month. And it's like a risk board. And then your fights like affect the risk board.
Are you in a group chat with them?
Yeah, it's on Discord, which is a computer game messaging and like chat room. It's like Reddit, but like
We need a sub thing on this
Yeah.
this channel now of you doing games. Like we need you to like
It's
take
just
next
like
time-
the thing was
it's
the thing
it's
is
just
this
gonna be-
world is so different than that world where they're never gonna go together.
Yeah.
It's like
It's
never
gonna be
They
called-
might because you're the bridge.
I think it's gonna be like Jack's corner and be like jacking off, and then Jack just talks about this.
Okay, I need to vent about this. No, but I'd in order to sell. The reason why I started going in person, I was trying to sell it to Jen, and so I made like a PowerPoint presentation to like explain it all to her. And then eventually she was like, "No, just go in person. We're not gonna. I'm not. I would like to learn, but if you could find someone to play with you, I'd much more prefer that." And I was like, "Okay, fine. I'll go look."
Well, you did say when we were at DW last, it was like you got home after the first time you played and you were on cloud nine, and she goes, "You need to go and like, calm down."
You gotta
were
chill.
like when a dog meets a stranger when they come to your house.
Yeah.
They're free. Like you need to go into a room, relax, and you can come back out into civilization.
Yep. I was jazzed. I was like, "Okay, cool. Now I have a place to go play this." And there's a bunch of places. There's like 4 places, like within 15 minutes. Of
One
your
has to be Falklandia Brewery.
No,
No,
Really?
That's
but
D&D,
people do
different.
play there. Yeah.
Okay. But they had a Pokemon thing in there too.
Well, like,
yeah, but that's like small cards. You need a big table for
is
these.
D&D more of a story thing? Because I've seen people. We can talk about this.
It's like playing a video game.
no, we can't.
But like I've seen videos where like I'm on year 30 of playing this D&D game.
Yeah.
I think you put in too much time.
Well, you just build characters and they have like so many levels, and there's never like an actual storyline. People can just keep making stuff up and writing stuff.
Do the people look at you and be like, "Man, I one day want to have a girlfriend and then get married"?
No, there's like a lot of people that are married.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it's like guys.
They're human beings, John.
Yeah.
Don't
But
know
it's just like-
anything about this world.
So it's like, I mean, some of them probably aren't, for sure. But like, a lot of them are. Like a lot of the big ones, like they're the ones that I watch on YouTube. This is bad. I watch a lot of them on YouTube and like painters and stuff, and like they all have like wives, and they're like, "Oh, did this with the wife, so I couldn't go play," and that's kind of what happens. Like the guys I was playing with, they were talking about how they won't be there next time because they've got something going on with their like family and that kind of thing. But some of them probably definitely don't.
Are you gonna be all right?
I just like that in your YouTube video you watch, like, I did this for the wife so I can go do this. It's like you're
Yeah.
on that path where like, listen, honey, I'm gonna do a bunch of these things. I'm gonna go roll some dice with the guys now.
Yep. Gonna go roll some ice with the guys.
Okay.
Well, it could be so much worse. Like I could
Oh
be
my God.
like
Addicted to
doing
crack.
doing this in our basement, doing this in our basement, and then going and rolling dice and like getting like a mini tacos at Quick Trip across the street are like the most harmless things.
Oh, I mean, she has to feel so secure in her relationship.
It's just like
Rolling. Oh man, you could be addicted to crack. Should we wrap this
I
puppy
think
up?
we gotta wrap it.
Oh,
You
you-
think you can beat?
I'm gonna grab a spotted cow and I'm gonna put it in here and I'm gonna drink out of that.
That works.
All right, I'll get the timer out. Cuske, go get the drink for him.
I can get it.
This is his birthday. I'll get the timer out.
There's a bottle opener on top of the bar cart.
And I think it's wild that 2.78 was the number I came up with. I'm gonna look that up again.
It's a little bit of a different.
So-
this is a little bit of a different thing. Go ahead.
The last thing I looked up was my buddy was on TMJ4 today. And Evan was on he was on TMG4. Did you watch it?
No, I just saw the picture.
It was for Women's Month, empowering women, and he works for this homeless shelter, and they're giving out stuff for women. And I was like, well, why don't they just bring a woman up?
I thought it was for MS Society, which was.
No, he works for
Ms.
he works for a homeless shelter.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
He is
for
like,
donation.
I'm gonna be honest, you see him from the outside. You just meet him, like, wow, you're just that typical, I'm gonna get drunk, I'm in like 23, just having a good time.
Yeah.
And then you like actually talk, I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, homeless shelter.
Yeah.
MS Society. I'm like, oh my, he's like a
He's a
little
good
angel
dude.
boy.
He's a good dude.
He's such a nice person. I don't know
Yeah.
why he hangs out with you and Josh.
hey.
Was that who you went golfing with?
Well, we went, me, Josh,
And
Cuske,
Juckum.
and my buddy Taylor Juckum, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Would you golf with us if we roll dice with you?
I don't go. I mean, I would. We should just go golfing, guys.
Yeah. That game will be
Or
alright.
picture
Yeah.
like he just doesn't leave the basement.
Yeah. It's like, hey guys, I'm not like
It's not his jersey, it's Judd's. Which is
I actually got a Jordan Love jersey for my birthday from my mom.
Oh, dude.
I'm pumped. It's like the yellow numbering.
Oh, the vapor one? Yeah,
Yeah,
that one. Yeah,
I like
that's
that
so
one.
sick.
I don't have any. My mom, because she's cleaning out her garage right now. She goes, check this bucket out. It's like almost all the football jerseys we had as a kid, growing up. It's like 3 different Randy Moss jerseys. My favorite player,
Dude.
Goose McAllister,
Oh.
Arian Foster. I mean,
That's
T.O., Chad
yeah.
Johnson, Chad Ochocinco,
That's
Michael
dope.
Vick, Donovan McNabb. Some sweet jerseys. And we had
Do
some,
they still fit?
a little.
Yeah, of course. Do you think he grew?
Yeah,
My mom did say, I remember when I was like 12, she goes, I'm going to get a large, you'll grow into it.
Yep.
And it's still a little loose.
My parents did that, and they were like, "We're gonna get you a bigger size so you'll grow into it." And like all my jerseys from middle school, in high school, and college were double X's, and I was like, "Now we spent all this money, and they still look like dresses. Like I didn't get that big. Like I don't know what you thought I was gonna grow into me."
Linemen thin out afterward. Like you're done playing. Like professional linemen, like Jason Kelsey, who just retired.
That was emotional.
I was got a little teary-eyed listening to it at work today. But he'll probably, he's a big beer guy, but might thin up a little bit because he doesn't have to put on weight anymore.
Yeah, no, I think that's always what happens. But I was watching that today because it was on the Pat McAfee show. I was watching that at lunch today, and I was like, it's like legitimately a 30-minute speech, and it's just like every 5 minutes he'd be like, he'd be like, fuck. He'd like have to like collect himself and go again, and I was like, wow, this would be such a shitty speech to have to give. Like, could you imagine if you did 30 minutes of stand-up and every 5 minutes you were about to break down into tears because you're so emotional?
Have you seen my 30 minutes of stand-up? That's pretty much it.
That's just the crowd that cries.
Yeah.
The best part about that speech, and then Chug is Jason goes, listen, it would take too long to thank everyone that has ever helped me on this journey. So instead, I'm just going to share 30 minutes of stories I'll never forget. It's like, I think you could have gotten through the names in about 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, if you read it like a was it pharmaceutical commercial where it's like
just play this on 2x speed. We'll get through this real fast.
And I like how we also talk. We're thinking that I'm that nerdy. I also got a leaf blower for my birthday too. Okay, so I'm doing manly stuff too.
Hell yeah.
Got a leaf blower. I got a football jersey, and I got a lot of mini guys that I got to paint.
You didn't get a leaf blower.
I didn't.
She got you a leaf blower, so she doesn't have to do
My
it.
mom's boyfriend got me a leaf blower.
Oh, okay.
Hardly even know her. All right, let's go. Ready? Go.
What was that?
3.1.
I can do better.
Wow.
I can do
That's
better
like
than
a
that.
40-yard dash kind of thing. Then it's real close.
I can do better than that. I think.
I feel
Yeah,
like you tripped up a little bit at the end there.
But I think shotguns are like...
Shotguns are faster. Too.
I've seen people do this
Yeah.
and then down.
One quick story on shotgunning beers and chugging beers. In college, I went to an internship. I was down in Florida. And my boss, he was like a younger guy, and I thought he was cool. And he invited us over for drinks. And there's like this one task, like pretty much in like any construction group that it's called takeoffs, which is like you count individual items. Like I would count all the fixtures in like a hotel and like label them. And I hated doing it. And so it's like, okay, let me make a bet. If I chug this beer faster than you, I don't have to do any of them. You have to do it. And he goes, okay, fine. And I was like, oh, I got this sucker. I've been like just chugging beers for the past 4 years. He's this guy from Sweden, and that's gonna mean something in a little bit. We go to chug these beers, and he goes, and it disappeared like that. Like legitimately, like an insane thing. And apparently, he was a championship beer chugger from Sweden, and just called me on it. Yeah, like one of the most drunk countries, and he's like the best at it. And he just went, and it was gone. It was the most insane thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I wasn't even halfway done with my beer, and I spit it all back out.
You just like went up to Randy Johnson and was like, hey, I bet I can throw a baseball back.
It was
And he's like, okay.
Yeah. It was so ridiculous. And his girlfriend was like, wait, like, when I challenged, and she was like about to talk, and he was like, I'm not looking back. I don't know. I was like, oh, like.
You just met the Usain Bolt of fucking beer chugging.
Yeah, I tore a
I
ham.
can totally beat you in a race.
I tore a hammy off the blocks.
The luck.
Just so ridiculous.
That's a good way down to it.
You probably still finished it in 2.5 seconds.
No,
Yeah,
I
you
choked on
probably
it because I was so fun. I was like, oh my god! Like, I choked it down, but.
That is a good way to end. I couldn't top that.
Cuske on stilts, Judd on a floaty, and Jack is Matthew McConaughey.
In
DB Cooper.
come to the golf outing.